But just know, Zebo is where it's at.
We'll spend these last 15 minutes talking about Miss Cherie.
The most important thing of the podcast.
Cherie. Simple question.
Hit it one more time.
Simple question.
There you go.
Tell us about this right here. We'll go kick off right
That is so vague.
Tell us about this right here. This is your
The album cover. You want to know?
I do want to know, like, who colored this. Like, this looked crazy.
As far as
like the picture, like how, like.
So, I took the pictures at what's the place called again?
Oh, I wish you wouldn't ask me.
A Space to Create.
There we go.
In
Shelby, or just
in Shelby, North Carolina.
A Space to Create in Shelby. Shout out to Shelby Putnam. Shelby Putnam. And originally the background was like not that field. You can see like the white on it on the sides. Shell, Shell on Instagram. Took the photos.
Went crazy.
And our very, very, very talented editor. What would you call Johnny?
Editor. Graphic designer.
Graphic designer, thank you. There we go. He color graded it, filled the background, filled it out, and made it look this nice.
That's great.
Did all that.
So definitely big shouts out to Johnny.
Shout out to my mom.
Oh, big shouts out to Tanner's mother, Carolina Roses, for the bouquet. I literally went over there and picked out the colors, and she exceeded my expectations.
That's great. Was that the same shirt you got on now?
No, that's a dress.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even think about it. But yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't think about that either.
I really do this now.
You tuned in for real.
I can't remember the name of the girl that gave us the chair, but thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't remember her name either.
Sorry. That's bad.
Salute.
That's bad business right there.
But yeah. What's your other questions? I feel like that was. What else you want to know?
All right, Tina. So I got some questions.
Oh, y'all really pulled up questions? All right.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
I'm just looking at my phone. So this was technically it's your first album. Mm-hmm. It's like your debut. You know what I'm saying? You did like the SoundCloud. I guess that was the EP.
Yeah, EP.
But this is your first album. So what was it like making your first album?
I think what's funny, I had someone to spark this album. I wasn't going to make an album at all, which is funny. And I was trying to get a message across to this person. And I was just like, you know what? Maybe I could make an album. Because you kept saying, well, I got the studio. The studio's open. You know, we can make some music. Because remember, I was just like, yeah, I'm not making an album. I'm not really trying to make any music.
Make a song.
No. I was going to be behind the scenes.
This is what forcing somebody to do something looks like.
Yeah, so it was you and this person. I was just like, yeah, I got to make this song. And they got to know exactly how I feel. Because they make music. And And yeah. So you see how the background is?
Oh.
And Johnny literally just took it and filled it out.
That's great.
But making my first album, this was different. Because compared to like the EPs, it was just like me, Henry, Tebow. Wow. We should call him that, Tebow. TJ and Nitty. And like we were all at Nitty's house just making music. So it was just trying this, hearing my voice really for the first time. It was different. I really wasn't trying to step out of the box. I really wasn't trying to sing. Because I'm a hard singer, a heavy singer.
Mm-hmm. A strong singer.
Strong singer.
You're looking for.
Strong singer. I'm not really like a whisperer. So but I was whispering on my EPs to me, in my opinion. So making the album and just having a space to literally just create, come back. I'll be like, okay, I go home, I'm gonna write, I'm gonna make this song, I'm gonna do this, woo. And then Tanner being like, yeah, everybody get out the studio, Tina making a song. And just having that creative space and that safety to make a song, to be vulnerable. It was real easy to make this. I started in September making Luv Me Knots. Yep. And we finished in February.
Yep.
So I think I wrote like a song or two a month.
Really working.
Yeah. Nice. A Penny for Your Thought was supposed to be Luv Me Knots, which I think is funny.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Like Luv Me Knots has kind of always been like my little thing. Mm-hmm. We shot that in Henry's room.
Nice. The evolution.
Pretty much.
I was gonna ask. So, just someone who's like interested in music and has friends who want to make music, they want to get to the point where they have like the first thing in their head is always like, I want to make this masterpiece concept, and like people kind of forget that buildup of like you already had 2 EPs before you dropped an album. So like how important is it just trying things out and like dropping things low key? Like how important is that to getting here?
You have to start somewhere. You have to, because if you don't start somewhere, you're just gonna drop whatever.
Yeah.
And it also gives you an insight on how it works to drop something, especially if you want to drop it right. So like my first EP was Thanks Anyway. That was genuinely a heartbreak EP.
Crazy.
That was literally Malik being like, yeah, walk up to the mic, sing. And he did his, he put his sauce on it, and we went and put the 3. That's his saying. And I made 3 songs, and it was just like, okay, hey, 222.
I fucks with the tags too.
Shout out to Henry.
Rise to
Not even Drake, just draw.
Cause I'm about to be like, who is Dra?
He was like, you fucks with draw?
Fuck, we ain't putting okay. We ain't there yet.
We not there yet.
Damn, that was 4 years ago.
Right.
But you genuinely have to start. Cause you have to figure out what your sound is. You have to figure out what you want to sing about. You have to figure out, I could have been like, you know what, maybe I don't want to sing. Maybe I want to rap. And you kind of have to see where your audience is. So I genuinely think that build up is important, because if you don't build, then what you standing on?
You also got to figure out who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you make music and you're not making it yourself, you end up making some whack shit. That was the funnest thing about recording Tina's album. It was all like just so raw and real.
Oh, well, thank you.
And it's like you could tell when she was singing it, there was nothing fabricated about it. None of the shit was made up. She wasn't at home writing stories. Right. She was at home talking about some shit she really went through, and then she came in the booth and sang her ass off. Yeah. And made an amazing album. Yeah. And a cohesive album, which a lot of people have trouble doing.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah. A lot of people have trouble making albums that sound good front to back, and that makes sense. It makes sense. There's not like, it's like you listen to this slow song, and the next thing you know, it's 188 BPM and something you fucking twerking. Like,
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just
all right.
Like,
Now, if I
it's
can
got
make
a
a twerk
flow.
song, we going up.
Oh God,
We going up.
Next album going crazy. Tina Club Records.
Yeah. But it's not like some people are so obsessed with having like, they'll find a melody in a song and then they'll just do that for like a minute and a half and call it a song. Like you weren't married to a flow or a melody. It was taking this as far as I can. I might even break this up and give you a bridge, so you have to go back to hearing me do this. Like, you definitely came off like really confident and like your ability to write stuff is fire.
Thank you.
Yeah. I will say, I've been doing this for almost a year now, like engineering and shit. And I've worked with probably like 75 artists.
Damn.
And she's probably the most talented one that stepped in that studio.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. It's funny hearing this from other people's perspective.
She and I haven't told you any of this because
No.
I knew I was gonna save it. I knew I was gonna save it for like this moment. But it's like she came in there prepared. She writes all her own songs from verse to bridge to hook. She sings it. She comes up with all the melodies. She needs no help. She comes in there with the beat. You put the beat on. She sings her ass off. All I gotta do is mix it. Yeah. It's the easiest shit on the planet. This was the easiest album. This album is just as easy as making an album with Austin, who is my brother. Right. So that's like super easy.
That's
and this album wasn't even.
It's impressive.
No struggle at all.
Like I told you about Epiphany. I think that's the one with the organs on it.
That song is amazing.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
like how it's like it doesn't sound like flat. And that's why I was always confused. You know, I was like, oh, no, that's nothing but YouTube beats. I was like, that's not YouTube beats. Yeah. Like, sorry.
No, I'm actually going to
Oh, okay. I was going to say that it's hard for me to imagine because everything sounds so intentional. It doesn't just sound like you got a beat and then try to like throw things together.
I'm a beats person. Like a beat will catch me before lyrics will. So like you could have a trash verse and I'll be like, that's a hard ass song just because you had amazing beats.
To the beat, right?
It's like yeet.
I can't listen to you. I can't do it. Like the beat, if I'm in the car, you playing it, okay, yeah, woo woo. You know, sorry about that song is catchy.
All right, never mind. We talking about you. Go ahead.
Yeah.
But a beat will catch me first. So like YouTube, I try not to go for these. I try to go for how I write music is if I instantly have a lyric for it, like if it makes me just kind of like, hey, I need to say this with this song or this beat, that's the song I need to do. And if I can keep going with it, okay, well then I kind of freestyle, and then once I say it, I write it down. But the beats, yeah, I love a good beat. And at first I thought I was getting too many beats with guitars in it. And it was like a second. You remember when I was just like, yeah, I don't like this beat because it's just, they all starting to sound the same. I don't know if I like this. But yeah, I love a good beat. And I kind of dig very deep. Tanner showed me a trick where you...
Don't get what you
That's confidential. Come on, sign the contract.
Come on now. No, you can't even release that information when you sign.
Tanner gave me a pretty good trick.
That's 5 years of experience right there. I can't just get that up.
Tanner gave me a pretty good trick on how to decipher certain things.
Shift through it.
And that helped also. But then also the people that I would type, like, you don't think to type in, I don't know, Alicia Keys. You don't think to type in a her beat. You know, like if people do, but you have people that make those and people don't look for them. I type in SZA beats, Ari Lennox, Summer Walker, and you kind of just, you go through them. Like I can't tell you how long I would sit on YouTube and be like, okay, do I like this song? Can I sing something? If I can get a full sentence, I'm doing this song.
Right.
I make music in my bathroom. I make music in the shower. That's a lot of these were written in the bathroom. Like I would literally just go into my bathroom and just sing for hours.
Still acoustics.
No, our bathroom kind of sucks in my house. I ain't gonna hold you, but
is it the headspace?
Yes, the bathroom. This sounds weird. My bathroom is my favorite place. Like as a kid, like I used to do my homework in the bathroom.
Wow.
Like using the toilet, but I was sitting there for like hours and do my homework. I will sing in the shower. Like my mom would get mad because like at school you could take an hour and a half shower because the water gonna stay hot and you ain't gotta pay the bill. Yeah. At home I can only take like a 20 minute, 20 minutes is already pushing it. But some of my best songs come from the shower, like Epiphany, the shower.
That's nice.
If the song makes me cry while I'm writing it, that song is on the album. So all these songs have made me cry at one point.
Was some left off or things you might repurpose?
I think.
So there was one you wrote.
And I ended up not liking it.
Yeah. That's another thing that was impressive, especially about somebody that was making their first album, is you weren't scared to tell yourself that ain't it.
Oh yeah, no.
Which a lot of people don't have that ability.
Yeah, no, they don't.
And that's
they
why a lot of people
try to use
that's why a lot of people put out garbage ass music.
Oh yeah, true.
Because they don't have the ability to look themselves in the mirror, listen to their own song, and be like, that just ain't it.
It's one song on here that I don't care for, but everybody else like.
Everybody else loved it, so we putting it on there.
Which is it, by the way? I mean, I kind of
don't they don't need to know that.
Oh, okay. That's fine. But
sorry, I'm playing PR over here too.
You are playing PR. But if the song made the tape, like
it has a purpose.
Yes. I have no throwaways. There are no throwaways on this. Every song was written with a purpose. Like every song that is on there is on there.
Okay.
Yeah, this album is beautiful.
No, it's
good. Beautiful. I'm not even trying to hype myself. Like it's.
No. Couldn't have done a better job.
Yeah.
On your first one.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's so exciting.
I mean,
to
talk
see
about
what comes
like
out of it.
you said the last 3 or 4.
Nice.
Those were like the last ones you finished.
You know, yes.
Like you said, that's where you felt like you upped your pen game. Is that how you just found your stride?
I think it was the more you just got used to making music.
I think it's both. Because I think by the time we had made the first 6, the last 4. We could have just dropped them. We could have just dropped them.
You was killing shit.
I will say on 4 a.m. Circles, I had brought this beat. No. I didn't even bring this beat to you. Tanner was like, you need one more song finish the album. And I was just like, yeah, I was like, I ain't got nothing to sing about. I ain't got nothing to write about because this album.
Is this the one where I locked you in the studio?
You did.
Yeah. We motivate people over here, damn it.
Your PR needs a PR now. That's crazy. That's crazy. You coming out with the hit, regardless.
I literally needed one song, and Tanner was like, look, you ain't wrote and you ain't said nothing in 2 weeks. I had quit my job. I was sad. I was coming out of
Sometimes you just gotta lock
just
them in the
being
studio.
depressed. I think I had just I had just quit my job. So I had all this free time. So it's just like, damn, I'm sad, but I want to sing about this on my album.
Yeah.
Because what a lot of people, I don't think a lot of people understand what I'm singing about. I've already been through. What I'm singing about, that's
done.
Yeah.
That's past.
Those are emotions that I was finally able to talk about. Like what I was talking about on the first 2 EPs, it's still the same person.
Okay.
So it's just finally getting to the brunt of it, of me being like, I'm sick of this shit.
Right.
I'm over this shit. And I need to process this and I need to keep pushing.
Yeah. That's definitely what it felt like.
But 4 a.m. I literally wrote that in the stew. Just Tanner was like, yeah, I'm gonna leave you in here. You come and get me when you done. And like I kept playing it over and I kept playing it over and I was just like, yeah, I think that's probably the quickest song I've ever written. I think I wrote that song in like 30 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fast.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think it was gonna be that fast.
I didn't think it was gonna be
I
that
was
fast.
like, damn, I'm about to be up for a minute waiting on her to finish that song. Then you came out and you was like, I think I'm done.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
It felt like the right way though, because I was thinking about it when I was like listening through it. Where Epiphany, it felt realistic. Like the way Epiphany leads into Circles is like Epiphany was like, I'm done. I really mean it this time, for real. I found inner peace. It was kind of like, I'm really done. And then Circles is like, okay, we back here again. Like this is the 5th paragraph. Like, how many of these calls we finna do? Like how many FaceTimes? And that's like realistic. Like you're not just like, you learn the lesson, but sometimes you got to go back for more. You just got to figure that out. So I think that was like a nice shout out to Tanner for that one then, because that one needed to be there. Yeah. So like it put a little bit more like detail in it for me.
I think
I just push buttons. I don't do nothing.
I think with the album,
salute.
A lot of these, this album is really like the last 5 years for me, because all of this is a span of 5 years that I went through with this person. Damn. Literally up until last year, 2020, 2021, 2021, and going into this year, I'm just like, I ain't doing all that.
Right.
Because you got to grow, okay?
For sure.
But I think this album is, if you really listen to it, it's kind of like I feel like it was all of my emotions at once. I feel like it's really timeless. Because everybody has felt these emotions. People are going through these emotions right now.
That's true.
And I think, it's genuine.
When you win your Grammy, you got to say his name.
Fuck you. No.
I like that. I like that one. I might do that.
On a deal still.
They probably go. They were like, beep, beep. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, that's how the full circles gotta go.
Yeah. But I think we disagreed on the one that like personally, like I feel like the self-title of a song, like if you're gonna just
which one? The one with my actual name or the outro?
I was talking about the Luv Me Knots
track.
So I felt like Worth It should have been Luv Me Knots, because that felt like, for me, one, it's the hooks, the melodies are really good on there, and that felt like a good way to like summarize everything, where it's like,
and I think that is hilarious because that is the first song I wrote for the album.
Really?
Very first song she ever recorded here.
Really? That's good.
And I didn't know that song opened the segue for this album. Yeah. So now that you said that actually kind of makes sense. But
she didn't know she was making an album.
I didn't.
Yeah. I did.
Yeah.
When we recorded that song.
Yeah,
like,
my voice goes up an octave when I'm singing this. I'll be honest with you. It's mad different. Yeah. Nah, yeah, everything.
One day a video gonna come out of me riding through traffic. And y'all be going fast.
In a crazy truck to see Tanner.
I'm going fast.
It's that new Cherie. Turn it up real quick, man.
What was the
on
most
a construction site?
What was the most enjoyable thing just about making this project? And one of the most I won't say underwhelming, but one of the most, I guess, difficult things. Well, just when it comes to this project itself.
So the most enjoyable thing I've had, I think I enjoyed seeing myself write. It was really dope. Like you were saying, I call it a 4-track run.
Yep.
But once again, Epiphany, 4 a.m. and CHERI'S outro is just my pen. It's like I've always wanted to be that songwriter that feels the song. And I think this album taught me that, like, sometimes you don't have to put something right there. Sometimes it's okay if you don't have a hum, a run, or if you're not holding out the note, or if you're not belting it. Mm-hmm. I think it was enjoyable to see myself try new things. Like I whispered. Right. If you genuinely know me, I'm a loud person.
That part of that one song that nobody's gonna hear, where you were singing out of tune on purpose.
Yeah, I sung in deeper octaves to just give it that warm, full feel, that full, like, yeah.
Music experiment.
Yeah, I'm hugging you.
And you can't hear it, but you can hear it. You just don't know you can
But
hear
Really?
I hear it, but...
Wait, what song? Just so I can go back and try to listen.
it. Which song was that?
Wait, go back to the track list.
Is it the outro?
No. Maybe. It's like 2 or 3 where I did that, and you was like, you don't have to do this. And I was like, no, I need it. I need it. It's like 2 songs where I do it. I think it's maybe on 4 a.m. And it is the outro.
Yeah,
so it is
the
outro.
Because I was like, okay, I like my voice this high, but I need like that little, like, it just needs a little hug.
It just had a really good melody that I didn't expect, because I was hearing her sing it raw. I was like, this shit is awful.
It was terrible. It was terrible.
But when you put them together, it sounded good as fuck.
Because I was like, now bring it down some. And it's like it just needed that little niche. So if it's like
it just needed the bass. It just needed the bass.
And I was like, I don't know who can sing. So, but yeah, I'm a very loud person. So it was cool. Like, well, Martina, why don't you try to whisper? Martina, why don't you sing in like that little, like, oh, we're going to whisper and we're going to do this voice. That voice gets on my nerves, because I feel like a lot of singers sing like that now. They don't really sing. And it just felt good to sing. I think that was the best part about it. And it felt, because I haven't made an album in, 4 years? I dropped a single, and I really didn't. I wish I spent more time on it. I also think I enjoyed being able to spend as much time as I wanted to. Tanner has this rule now that, like, it's called the Cherie rule or the Tina rule.
It's a Cherie rule.
You have to, when you come into the studio, you have to complete the whole song. So there's no like, we're not
recording half verses no more. We're not doing a hook. We're not doing a song and then going back and adding ad libs. We're not doing none of that. You're gonna come in my studio. You're gonna make a full song. If I can't send it to you and be done with it at the end of the session, don't come.
Pretty much.
And that's because of Tina. Because every time she stepped in the studio, we made a full, complete song.
And I think I love that I had that space, and it wasn't like, all right, well, I gotta go to bed. It's 4 a.m. It's 5 o'clock.
We were stugging it out.
It's Tina. We da-da-da-da. It's like,
you had
okay.
time to sit. And you also had someone like you, people holding you accountable, which is very important.
It is. And I think something else that I loved about doing this album with Tanner is that when people are so used to making rap, when you can sing, they just like, oh, you're a great singer. Okay, yeah, we don't really have to do much. Tanner be like, that note wasn't right. Or if I be like, yeah, Tony, I didn't like that note. Can we re-record it? He didn't question me about it. And I've noticed that if I worked with other engineers, they're kind of just like, no, that note was okay. Or like they're kind of rushing me through it, and I don't like to be rushed.
They're just trying to throw it together. And
it's just like when you can actually sing, you have to be around people that actually have an ear for it, and they're not just... So it's just, I appreciated that you took my craft as serious as I did. Yeah.
It sounds like.
And he gave me.
I think the crazier part, like the crazy part is as you got better at making songs throughout the album, I got better at mixing. So like a lot of these songs we recorded once and then we re-recorded them.
Yeah.
Because I got better at mixing. She got better at like recording techniques and like just making it sound better on a mic, because like you can't just talk into a mic and it sound good,
right?
You know, there's like a technique to it, a distance you stay away from the mic and all that stuff. So she got better at that over the 5 months,
5 or 6 months,
5 or 6 months, and then I got better at recording because this is the first R&B album I ever did. Actually, the only R&B songs I've done. I don't know anybody else. Probably, to be honest, I don't want to record anybody else that does R&B because you're not making shit like this. So I'm probably gonna be disappointed. But yeah, so like we just both got better together as we was making it.
It's important.
And
to harp on one more thing, because I thought it was really cool.
I was gonna finish your question. I was gonna say the last thing I knew it was gonna be a great session if Tanner be like, I ordered a book. I got a book today. Because Tanner don't look up that he will read whatever it is that he was learning. He was ordering books. We weren't on YouTube. We weren't doing none of that other than for a beat. That was it. Tanner was like, yeah, we're gonna flip this page, and I bit the corner because I'm gonna go back to this.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess where that came from is I was watching. Can't remember who I was watching. I was watching a famous mixing engineer, like a renowned mixing engineer, Grammys, all that kind of stuff, and he said. The worst thing somebody can do is learn on YouTube because there's a reason those people are making YouTube videos. Basically saying if that motherfucker was a successful engineer, he probably wouldn't be making YouTube videos. You know, not the shit on all YouTube engineers that make YouTube videos, but it's just something he said and it kind of stuck with me. I was like, so I got this mindset like, I'm not taking advice from nobody that ain't got a Grammy. If you ain't got a Grammy, I ain't listening to you because you ain't done what I want to do. So it's just like the Kanye mindset. I don't take advice from those you wouldn't trade place with. So like, I don't want to be a YouTube engineer. I want to have Grammys. So
that's hard.
So
that's hard.
That's and then Tina came in and started making dope records, and I was like, yeah, we about to do something. We about to do something. Yeah, we about to do something hella dope. And then. She just, every time she came to the studio, I was like, God damn, like, she just keep getting better. Like, every time she wrote a song and brought it back, I was like, this shit is insane. You know, because, like, you always think, like, at some point, this shit going to slow down. Yeah. Or whatever. She going to get tired of writing. She going to take a break or whatever. But nah, she just kept coming back with another song. And I was like, yeah, this is dope. It's even funnier because she didn't even really want to make an album when we started. Right. I just kept hitting at it. Right. I was like, Tina, you can record whenever you want to, you know, whenever you got a song. Because like I was recording for,
Austin,
like 4 or 5 months before I was doing gold chains and chicken wings. Okay. Before she decided that she wanted to do an album. Step out and do an album. Yeah. Okay. So, I was doing gold chains and chicken wings, and I was like, well, you can record whenever. And then one day she was like, I got songs to record, and that's when we did Worth It. And
that was it. And then I think I saw how you would let me record and kind of got our flow together because I had to get over my nervousness. Right. I don't like just singing in front of people. That's funny too.
That's why I kicked everybody out the studio.
Yeah, I sing totally different depending on who's in the room. Yeah. And from there, here we are. And I think the most underwhelming thing or the least fun thing, I think the rollout.
Everybody says that. Yeah.
The rollout was annoying because I had so many different ideas I wanted to do. Like I was wanting to like act and like have all these skits.
Do like skits for
like,
each song?
I kind of did that though.
I did and I didn't. Like it was gonna be more in depth. Like I was wanting to do like I wanted to take like a bite from Issa Rae where like, you know, she's in the mirror and she's like rapping to herself. Yeah. I didn't want to rap to myself, but I kind of want to be like, what the hell is you doing? Like myself talking to myself because these songs is really me kind of going back into like that mindset of where I was, and it's kind of like, damn girl, what was you doing? What was you doing crying over this busted? Like, why is you got snot bubbles? Why is we crying? Why is we
reflection?
So it's just like, you know, it's just kind of like I wanted to do something like that with Issa Rae. I wanted to do what else was I wanting to do? I was wanting to legit have skits, like very literal, very like ha ha ha. But I was like, this is a R&B album, baby. You need to get realistic. Yeah. I can't tell you how many times me and Henry rescheduled. Shooting something, doing voiceovers, and I was just like, Henry, we gonna get it done. And one day we just sat there and we was like, we're doing it today. Today is the day. But the rollout was slightly annoying because it's just, I think this was my first time genuinely rolling out something.
He was on the other end.
Yeah, like the first 2 EPs, it was kind of like, hey, I'm dropping this EP. And I hope y'all like it. Yeah. And you know how you doing like the little like Snapchat videos and you're kind of like, yeah, tell me what song you like. You know, put it in my comments, swipe up and tell me what song. And it was just like, yeah, baby, you can't do that for this. And depending on what it is, I'm not a half-ass person.
Oh, I'd have been so mad if that's how you dropped this.
Oh no,
I'd have been like, I'm not uploading this.
because the
We ain't dropping shit.
I literally
I wouldn't
have
let her do it.
a team full of people that are so resourceful and brilliant and driven. So it was just like to come out with a half-ass album or a half-ass rollout would have been piss poor on my end, because it's like, look at all these people that you're surrounded by. Like, I literally have an in-house videographer. We have an in-house graphic designer. We have other artists that make music. Like, you come on. Like, it makes me want to, like, if I don't ever drop an album again, it makes me
About to lock you back in the studio
Yes.
tonight.
I would love to be like, as far as like helping the artists on the label with their rollout. So it's just like, okay, we need to sit down and we need to actually like plan this, because I think rollout is important. Like, don't get me wrong, it has been a pain in my heart to like have to do the rollout because I personally like being in my little corner. You know, I might drop a little photo here and there.
Yeah.
So having to drop a photo every day this week and last week has been like, they're like probably like, damn, Martina, we get it, girl, you dropping the album. But it's like, it's beneficial because it's like, okay, I need y'all to see me. I need y'all to take me serious.
Which it feels like that. This feels like a serious rollout.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I don't know how much time we had left. But I was going to say, like, you kind of hit it on the head. What I was going to, like, last thing I was going to touch on was, like, y'all got a crazy team. Like, I remember, like, I think it was someone I knew from high school, like Taco. Shout out to Taco.
Shout out Taco.
Like, put me on Zebo, and then Zebo put me on you, and then you put me on, I think Jordan was, like, the next person, and then Nina. And then I just realized y'all just had, like, a machine, like something where it's like, okay, Tana's gonna engineer it, Jordan is gonna put a verse on this, we're gonna send this out, now that it's mixed, let's get the pictures. Like, some people just have like an idea, and like that's as far as they get. Y'all have like curated and put the effort and the money. Look at this ain't cheap. Like, y'all put the money into actually doing something that's meaningful. And as someone who likes doing stuff as a hobby, like creating like clothes and stuff, like I love seeing it. I just love being around it. So I definitely am appreciative anytime I get to come over here, because y'all y'all be vibing. It's like, oh yeah, we just did like 16 songs. Like, 16 songs. It's like, yeah, we got an album, but we don't know what we're gonna do with it. I'm like, my boy, you just got a whole album. Like, niggas gotta pay for studio time. Y'all just put on your pajamas and go across the hallway. Like,
but see, like, it's funny when you meet somebody that like appreciates that, because a lot of people don't like get it.
it's crazy to me.
And that's why, like, nobody, like, when you come over, nobody's like, who the fuck is this?
Right.
Because, like, everybody's like, okay, this dude clearly understands. He's cool. He knows his music, which is number one rule coming in his career. Is if you don't know your music, don't fucking come here. Because if we don't want to hear it, I don't want to hear it. Like, I don't want to hear the conversation. I don't want to hear it. Even if I don't agree with your opinions, as long as you know what you're talking about, you good with me. But
That's real.
but a lot of people don't understand like how much work it takes to put a studio in your crib, or like how much dedication you got to put in to make a album, or like how much time it takes. Like, every studio session me and Martina had, we was in that bitch till 4 or 5 in the morning. Like, and those were
Consistently
normally,
though. That's the important
and
part.
those
Consistently.
and those were normally on Fridays when I had got up at 6 in the morning to go to work, and then we lock in the studio at like 8, 9.
Sometimes 10, because you know I'll be late.
Yeah, and then we'd be in there till 6 in the morning. So you're talking 24-hour days,
Right.
But
And not even bullshit, like actually getting stuff done.
yeah, like not just sitting there fucking hanging out, kicking it.
No.
That's my least favorite thing to do in the studio. I
Yeah.
hate sitting in the studio and not making no music. It's a waste of time.
I'm sorry.
But
I think that's the next evolution though, because I'm used to like coming out of high school, everyone had the friend who had a studio or who made beats, and it would just be dropping something. Like the SoundCloud era was just like, oh, like someone up the street just dropped a song, like someone got on like, you know, whatever, like Google Slides or whatever and put it together. Like like that's like y'all a few steps ahead of that, where it's like y'all have a team and everyone knows, like everyone like has their place and they're passionate about it, and that's how you get stuff like this. I'm like, that's really
the funniest thing is Tina's been surrounded by the same people since like 2017.
Yeah. Like me and Henry.
She's just now taking advantage of it.
Well, see,
you ready? Which it seems like you ready. So
something this album has. I came to a lot of self realizations in this album, just about myself, just stuff moves when it's time to move. Stuff clicks when it's time to click. That's why it was so easy to just kind of just step into it. Like I have been around Henry since 2013, my junior year, his senior year, and I watched Henry build what Zebo NC is now. Like I'm behind the scenes. If you've seen me at any videos, I've held the lights for you. I've moved this over for you. I'm like, yeah, you might not want to do that because they over there, or you might want to pull his collar down. I'm always behind the scenes. I enjoy being behind the scenes. I get more pull from that.
Yeah.
When Henry was doing Sunset Patio and that, I was behind the scenes making sure y'all asses was there to get on stage, so he ain't have to say nothing. Austin and Tanner, I didn't really get to tap in because I was at college, so I wasn't here for the shows. But coming home during COVID and we doing this podcast, so it's just I've definitely had the resources. It's just knowing when it's time to tap into it, and I'm beyond blessed to have people that are just like, Martina, you should make a song. We're gonna give you the time to do it.
And the ability to do it.
Yeah.
That's just another thing is like we don't ever tell somebody they can do, like we don't ever make somebody feel like, we'll never give anybody false hope.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying? If we tell you we gonna do something, we gonna do it.
Right.
Like if in my mind, when I get in my head I'm making an album, I'm gonna make the artist's life hell till they finish their album.
Right.
Every chance I see them. You wrote a song? You got something?
I don't even think you really had to say that. Like
no,
that.
I didn't have to do it to you, but there has been some
Sometimes
artists that got it. Okay?
That micromanager sometimes
because some artists need that motivation. Like you didn't need it because you was just
it was
just
fun
coming.
writing
Yeah,
it.
it was just
it
was just flowing.
I think the thing with this album, I kind of got into this slump where I did not want to write like another like sad album. I didn't want to be a sad artist. And I remember them being like, Martina, people are sad out here.
That's true.
Make the music. And I think that's what really kind of just opened the floodgates. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be sad and I'm going to be vulnerable and I'm going to sit in it and we're going to process it and we're going to keep pushing. This album helped me process a lot of my things that I was very, like, damn, I shouldn't have moved that way with that person, or I shouldn't have done that with him, or it helped me to process, like, baby, that wasn't your fault. You was early 20-something. That was you figuring out your first situationship. You know, it wasn't your fault. Now, it was your fault because you kept letting it happen. It was your fault because you kept putting yourself in the situation. So don't be surprised when you get stupid rewards for it. And it just felt good to process that and let that go. So this album is genuinely from the bottom of my heart. And and building it back up, and here we are.
Okay. It was also really dope. I'll let the claps go. It was also really dope watching you kind of, most artists look at writing music as like therapy. And I feel like as you were writing the album, you slowly got into that mindset where it's like, anything that's been bothering me, I'm about to just let this shit go. And that's what makes great music, is people, taking their actual emotions, not trying to fabricate how they're feeling. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't sad, don't make sad music. You know what I'm saying? Put how you actually feel in the music. And when you made this album, you were sad.
Yeah. I was really coming out of it. I was like, damn.
You was like fighting it off.
Yeah.
You was like slowly coming to a realization like, this shit don't matter.
Yeah. This album really taught me a lot of shit don't matter.
Yeah. and then on the outro, you literally say that.
Yeah.
Basically. I mean,
pretty much.
It's lit. But this album, like, man, this shit is a fucking... I'm done talking about it. This shit is great.
It's like under 30, 40 minutes. It's like under 30 minutes. It's like 28 minutes. It's a nice... It's breezy. You know what I'm saying? That if you don't check anything else, check out Worth It. This is my personal favorite. And that 4 run at the end, because it's hard. Hard. Went fed.
Thank you.
So, but the whole project's hard. And congratulations to you as like your whole team. Because y'all...
Thank you.
Dropped a banger.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
More to come. She not done.
Yeah.
I'm already thinking about the next album.
Really?
I'm gonna drag
I was
her.
gonna ask, is there like beyond like relationship stuff, are there other stories you would like to like give?
Who knows?
Yeah.
I would love to. I think the funny thing about this album, I didn't want to write about this. Like, I wanted to genuinely write about like what I have been doing in the past 4 years that I haven't made music. So it's like I graduated college. The pandemic has happened. I graduated in the pandemic. I have lost friends. I have stepped away from, friends that I thought, hey, yeah, they're going to be with me the whole way. I'm thinking these are my adult friends. I'm thinking these are my forever friends. My friends that my kids are calling uncles and aunts. I was wanting to sing about that. I was wanting to sing about grieving my dad. And every time I make a song, it was just like, yeah, nope, tears. You're not even going to be able to sing this. You're going to be crying in the stew. Right.
What you can do.
No, because I was at home and like I couldn't even get to the next lyric because I was crying. So it's just like,
but we're gonna get there.
I was like, I don't know if I can make a song about
You
that.
gotta work on that in your own time.
We're gonna get there.
Yeah,
you gotta.
Like this album helped me realize that I was not done grieving my dad. So it's just like, damn, it was a lot of self-realizations that I came to while writing this album. I was wanting to write about me, dating, being in the dating pool, being a middle 20-something and doing this and doing that. And it's just, I wanted to write about being depressed. Because I didn't realize I was depressed until I really started writing the album. It was a lot of little stuff I wanted to write about. And I think I kept trying to like force that, and those didn't feel natural. But every time I sang about some heartbreak, it blurted out. So I was like, well, this is the album. So I also want to talk about the cover, the front cover. We bring it back. Nobody wanted me to choose this cover.
Why not?
Everybody was like, that's not an album cover. That's not what you put up. All of y'all was like, nope, that's not the one.
I said you should do the other one. I didn't say this one was a bad one.
No. When they say bad,
that's what matters. What's the other one?
No, we're not gonna show it.
Oh, okay.
Why not?
Tripping. No.
Fucking Pete, man. You don't show.
Yeah.
Wait, is it that one?
Between the people that I talked to, they said this one should have been the front album cover.
That's a nice back where I can see the lyrics.
See?
Or not the lyrics.
You ain't seen the edited version.
Okay, then maybe it's crazy. If it's crazy, then
so
That's hard.
So
yeah.
I agree with you. I thought it would be great for the back, but then I was just like.
But see, I thought the back cover was really good for the back. Mainly because it left the space to put the...
Yeah, it fit the font, the mood, and everything. Yeah.
Because, I mean, I understand where they're going because it's like, he loves me not.
Yep.
That would have worked out perfectly. But Henry was like advocating for this one to be the front cover.
Right. I gotta see the edited version. Then comes kind of curious because the cover looks like the cover to me. It felt like y'all took that was like, nah, this is it.
Me. That's how I felt when I saw it.
That's how I felt when we took it. But when I saw the edited photos, I was like,
this the one.
I was like,
But the front cover, when I was going through the photos, because Shell took 600 and 27, and I was just sitting there sifting through them. It was just like, this is nice, this is cute, okay. But then when I saw the front cover, the one that I chose, it was just like, yeah, this is it.
That's what we call it.
I loved how I was sitting. I loved how everything just flowed, the flowers. It was really nice. And Johnny, when he was sending me the photos, he was like, I really like that you picked this photo. He was like, because once I edited, it's certain like backgrounds on it. He was like, it looks like your aura is coming from it. And I was like, you know what, Johnny? That's why we right here, brother.
Yeah. Who came up with the concept of this? Or was it just...
When you say the concept.
Like the concept of the cover. Was someone like, oh, hey, was you?
Me.
Yeah. Everything was her.
I wanted to do like the thing where like, you're sitting and it looks like the flowers are your bustier or whatever. I wanted to do that, but then I was just like, that's a little corny. And then I wanted it to be very elegant and I know I wanted a bouquet of flowers. I didn't know that. And I know I wanted flowers around me and at some point, even though it didn't make it into the cover. But I just wanted very like...
Was it that one?
Nah.
Yeah.
Without as much color, but pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
If her face wasn't covered, I might rock with you. I like the I like the cover.
That's
my
art.
I know.
But see, and a lot of people said that.
I know. I feel you. But as a debut, I feel like your face should be showing.
That's what a lot of people were saying.
No, y'all do this, but I'm just saying like.
Because when they said that, I was just like,
But either way,
that's the mindset I had went to.
Yeah.
Either way, the album cover is hard.
Yeah,
So
it's
that
great.
really
It's
matters.
great.
It's gonna be dope either way.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
should be for the deluxe. No, I'm kidding.
Y'all actually might get one. I've been thinking about it, but it's not gonna be
Studio.
too soon.
Okay, so
But
you got
it-
hold tight. It's not finna be like next Friday.
Oh no! I got to let this ride. I got
Yeah. Oh, no.
We ain't doing a deluxe.
Yeah.
We're doing a deluxe. It's dropping next week.
I was gonna say,
Or a month.
like if
A
it
month.
can't be
If
6
we-
months from now. You're
If
like
it,
the
ain't, if it ain't
deluxe.
dropping in a month, we dropping another album.
It's okay.
A few people have asked me to upload the EPs onto
Spotify.
yeah,
I need that on Spotify. I'll be real with you.
That can be accomplished.
but
I'm gonna need the session files though.
Oh. Those are deep and underground.
Harry actually might have those.
Maybe I'll just master them.
That was a few laptops ago.
Maybe I'll just master them.
Very few laptops ago.
Yeah.
It'll be alright. I'll just master the.
Hell, you know what'd be cool? I'll just re-single.
Or re-release. That'd be straight.
We could do that.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Remaster.
Or you could do like the weekend, like put like sandwiches, like the EPs together or something.
That's what I was thinking about doing.
Yeah, remaster.
I ain't trying to give away your whole scheme away, but
Oh no! Because I might just come out and be like, yeah, album.
album. Just
Out
send me
now.
the album. Run up these streams real quick. Yeah.
But
But yeah, this.
Yeah.
you did a good job, team.
Thank you.
You went crazy.
Good job.
Thank you. Now that it's finally here, I'm kind of like, woo, child. I have been in.
Oh, this is super.
That, it was
episode.
funny watching you go through your first rollout because I could tell you was not having fun.
I can tell. Like, well, part of it.
Too bad.
Because every time I'll be like, well, should I do this? They be like, well, Tina, what you like?
Yeah.
I'm asking y'all. I need somebody to bounce off of. And they just be like, yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
So,
Now,
yeah.
is that like a difference in genre? Like, does it feel like, I don't want to say isolating, but does it feel like you have to, like, you have less input or you have more input because you're, like, I think the only R&B singer on the label. So they are kind of they're thinking rap brain. So you have R&B going on. So they're like, that's more your thing.
I wouldn't say as much because I love R&B.
I would say, yeah, they
I'm like
Okay.
super into R&B.
Yeah.
So like, and I study R&B just as much as I study rap.
Okay.
Even more now that I have an R&B artist.
All right. This feels like,
And-
by the way, that the beats and everything feels like a throwback, like golden age R&B. I don't want to even say
Yeah.
90s.
It's just
maybe.
classic sound.
Yeah, it's a classic like R&B type of vibe to it.
I think what's funny is that when I would look for the beats, I would listen to like rap beats. I'd be like, yeah, this would be hard if I could rap.
The drums sound like
It could be
rap.
hard if I could rap.
You trying to rap?
It's what makes
No,
it
I
different.
can't.
Okay.
But it's what makes it different. It's like she's singing her heart out.
nah.
Respectfully,
I heard them demos. Nah.
But
I
she's singing
did one
it,
rap
one
song.
song, and it's in somewhere in the space of music.
But
It's out there.
It ain't
Somewhere.
out nowhere. No.
No,
Okay,
it's
okay.
somewhere in the cyber world.
oh, I gotta do one now.
It's
If
on
you
one of
did
your
one with
laptops.
somebody
yeah,
else,
it's on
I
one of
gotta
my
hear it.
laptops.
I gotta hear it.
Yeah.
I need you to write your raps. Come with
That
your
was
best bars.
crazy.
I want to hear your pocket. I want to hear what pocket you.
It's very country.
very,
That's
I
what
have,
we
I have
need.
such
Like,
a
very
Yellow?
country Kamaya.
We about
have-
to put you on that. We about to put
Country
you on,
Kamaya.
We about to put you on a UGK beat. Let you go crazy.
Yeah.
Now, if somebody wrote my raps, I'd probably go crazy.
Well, we can arrange that.
But
We got rappers everywhere.
touche.
We got
But,
rappers
like,
everywhere.
me-
Open the door, yell down the hall.
We need a verse.
We need a verse.
Me right now,
Jordan walks
no.
out. I got you. It's like,
Jordan gonna have me crying in the club.
Yeah,
We
nah.
already doing that.
I was about to say, we letting Austin write your raps because you need to rap about some gangster shit.
Like, yeah. The way like it was also funny, kind of like getting into this persona, into this
Artist.
into Cherie, because Cherie is my middle name. Shout
about that.
out to my mama.
But it's like a whole different person.
But Cherie is like, to me in my head, is very soft and delicate, and we're gonna tell you about my heartbreak. And you know, like they call me Big Tina, and Big Tina was big, and
now that's a rapper. Like,
exactly.
they call me Big Tina.
So it's just like, you know, I was big at the time, so it's just like,
Big Tina and the Steppers. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait.
I would love that.
That would be
Please
crazy.
make that out.
Crazy.
That would be crazy.
You know who the steppers are?
y'all,
Austin.
That would be crazy.
Demo, because Demo go step.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Shout out Demo.
Hey, YG Apollo. Album on the way.
Amen.
Oh.
But it was in the process while writing this, I was also losing weight. So it's kind of like I was really coming into this persona, and it's just like, damn. You know, I felt like Cherie is more girlier than Big Tina.
Right.
Yeah, it was just interesting watching myself kind of blossom into Cherie. I feel like I took more hold of Cherie now than I did with EPs.
Also, it was dope making the album in there because everybody can hear what's going on in there. Right. So it's not like a secret. If somebody's in there recording music, you're not doing it quietly. Yeah. Like they can hear what's being played or whatever. Right. And you know, I normally when we're making music, I don't give a fuck what people in the room think. You know what I'm saying? As long as the person that's making the music thinks it's dope and I think it's dope, I don't really care about other people's opinions. Yeah. But it's dope when you're in there making music and it's just you two and people are walking in. Like, what the fuck y'all got going on?
Nah, you had niggas on the floor like singing melodies. Like, one time, I came over for the other live stream.
Motherfuckers was going crazy.
Thugs had the blunt in the air. Like, nah, run that one back. Yeah. Nah, bro.
That's what I'm saying. But it's like, that's how
so
you know.
I just talked to a girl last week. So keep that spinning real quick.
Like, that's how you know you was making dope shit. Because, like, if somebody gonna get up off the couch, they in there smoking a blunt. Probably drunk. Like, watching TV.
They in hand and open up the door.
That's what I'm saying. They're gonna walk in. They're gonna get up off the couch and walk to the studio and walk in and be like, what y'all got going on?
Absolutely.
That's how you knew we was making some crazy shit in there.
I think I know we keep talking here. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I was gonna say, is you cool? Because it's a super episode.
I'm just trying to make sure my SD card fine.
We're gonna wrap it up soon. It's a big moment, Henry.
Yeah. I'm fine. I ain't saying nothing.
I think what I really started to take it in is when Demo was like sitting. Now, if you've ever met AP, Demo, Young Apollo, however you know him by, he a stepper. He gonna slide.
Big Tina and the Steppers.
Heart of Gold. This man, and if you hear his raps, you know, he really rapping. And then it's like, he coming to the studio, he was like, yeah, Tina, I really like this one. And what was it? I think Luv Me Knots. Yeah. One of his favorite songs. He be in there, he sings all of them. He knows it word for word.
Everybody in his house know every Tina song word for word.
And it blows my mind because it's just like,
no, you got actual fans in this bitch. Like,
it's good.
Like we don't just listen to it when we making it. Like we definitely just be sitting in the living room slapping the album.
And I still spin your first EP.
See, and that's
Left Me Blue is still hard to this day, by the way. Still one of my favorite. Left Me Blue is hard. I was like, nah, she going through it. And I was going through it, so I was like, go through it together. Like, I feel you.
But,
that.
Yeah, you just good at making music.
Thank you.
You just make good music. Yeah.
Thank you.
And congratulations.
All right.
I'm glad it's out.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see what we do next. Because I got a feeling
intrigued.
It's only going to get crazier.
Y'all gonna find somebody to make. I want to sing with some live instruments.
We can arrange that now.
That's why I thought Not Now was. That's why I was confused when you said there's nothing but you do. Because Not Now, I think, is it Kevin Katana?
Oh, shout out to Kevin Katana, Donnie Katana.
Crazy.
I love
that
all
Not
his
Now
beats.
beat was insane. I was like, no, this sounds like it was live in the studio. Like they did this a few times. You're like, nah, bro, we get.
I have so many.
Boop, put it on there real quick.
I have so many Kevin Katana beats where like I wish I could rap, or I'll be like, if I could rap, I'd rap on this beat.
I really gotta hear that. I gotta hear your rap flow. You said this country.
It's terrible. It is terrible. Okay, listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth.
I mean, rappers can rap today, so I'm open to anything. As long as you're not like doing the baby Cardi voice, I want to hear
somebody worse than you. I promise.
I SoundCloud is a thing. I guarantee you.
You better than somebody. I don't care how bad it is. You better than somebody.
Like I said, I think if I didn't write them,
it
would be pretty good.
All right, I'm gonna get Austin to write you a rap. What kind of song you wanna do?
I don't know.
You wanna do like gangsta song? You wanna do a club song?
I always wanted to make a twerk song.
Oh, say less.
I think I'll make like a great twerk song.
I also been thinking about making a twerk song.
We might go crazy. I ain't gonna rap nothing, but I'll make a great ass chorus.
You crazy? We give you get a verse.
Let's go eat.
You get a verse.
Yeah. Hey, as long as somebody write it.
You get a verse.
Finna destroy TikTok with that.
Oh God! All right.
Oh, that's where I'm gonna post next.
Yeah, you do it every day.
I'm weak.
I was like, oh,
I was just running it.
that's crazy. I'm saying.
Do you have any more questions before we wrap this
Nah,
up?
I think that's it for me.
Yeah. Just good job.
Good job.
Thank you.
Great
Good
job.
job, everybody.
Congrats.
Great job all around.
Congrats.
I'm excited.
Album is out now. Love Me Knots.
Yes. Say promote it.
Oh wow, I gotta do it today.
Yep.
Yeah.
So thank you for tuning in
I'm weak.
to Last Minute
Not
Podcast.
the podcast.
Not your
I
album.
know.
I was like, you on some bullshit.
I can do that now.
The album is out now. It is on all streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple Music. The album title is called "Luv Me Knots." LUVMEKNOTS.
And look for Cherie, not Tina.
Yes, look for Cherie. Accent over the E. My IG is in Cherie We Trust, all together.
Hard.
No capital letters. That's also my Twitter now too. So yeah, tap in.
Follow or tap in. Tap in with Pay to Play Records. We putting out the dopest music in this area.
Cha-ching.
I stand on that.